Welcome, I'm Keith Powell, and we're one-on-one with Darren Douma. Darren is a blind golfer from Creston, and we're going to talk about Blind Golf Canada. Welcome to the show, Darren.
Thanks, Keith. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure. I'm going to just take a few moments to explore your affiliation and your association with Blind Golf Canada. Can you tell us the structure of that organization?
Absolutely. Blind Golf Canada, we have sub-organizations underneath the umbrella. We have Western Canadian Blind Golf, which represents the 4 western provinces. Then we have Ontario Blind Golf, and then we have Nova Scotia Blind Golf. And so we're all under that BGC umbrella.
Okay. What association do you have with Golf Canada?
We are working our way towards a bigger relationship with Golf Canada. We're currently with their WHS handicap scoring and all that right now. And for this year, we will also be working closely with our big sponsor, BC Golf, who will do a lot of scoring and all that for us too.
Okay, so let's just talk about the game of blind golf and exactly what it entails. So my impression is that it's exactly like sighted golf, but just a few different rules. Is that correct?
Correct, yeah. We're pretty much the same as sighted golf. We just have 2 rule modifications, which we're allowed to ground our club and we're allowed to have a coach. And we all need coaches. So,
so explain to me what the role of the coach is.
Our coaches, depending on your level of vision, they have to align you and describe the hole and watch your ball and your swing path and all that. So you have 3 sight classifications. Those that are B1, we call them, they have no light perception. Then the B2s have 5% vision, and a B3 has 10% vision. And so the more sight you have, the less work the coach has. But
I see. So out of interest, what category do you fall
I'm in the B3 category. So
okay, so you work with a coach. And tell me, how long have you been playing golf, and what appeals to you about the game?
I've been fortunate to play golf for 42 years of my life. And when the vision started going, I was implemented into blind golf in 2013.
Okay, so Creston is your home course, and so just describe to me what a typical outing of blind golf would be like. Just give me sort of a feel as to as you approach the first tee. What are you thinking about?
Well, I'm thinking I got to hit this right down the middle right away and get at it and want to have a good day out there. And
right.
So you got to work with your coach, and they really buy into what you're doing, and they want to succeed just like you do. Sometimes they get a little bit too much pressure on them, but working with the coach, and you get out there and get going.
Great. So Blind Golf Canada holds a number of tournaments, a number of events, and also a championship. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So just tell me a little bit about the level of golf we're talking about. What might be a championship score?
Oh, from the top golfer in a championship would be probably a 73, 74 by our world champion.
And who is that?
That is Kiefer Jones.
And he's based out of?
He's out of Calgary, Alberta.
And how long has he been golfing?
He's been golfing his entire life too.
Okay.
And he would have probably been in a professional level golf until he had vision problems too, but he found out about blind golf and he hasn't looked back. He's a 3-time world champion and 5-time Canadian champion, and he's more involved in disability adaptive golf now as well. So that's a great thing, is we can play golf and at all levels.
Yeah, you play golf at a high level for sure. So you talked about the fact that he's a champion in Canada and the world. So where's the World Championship? How does that all play out?
The Worlds happen every 2 years, and Canada will be fortunate to be hosting in 2025 in Ontario. The last one that was held in Canada was in Truro, Nova Scotia in 2012. And prior to that, I believe we were 2002 in Manitoba. So we're lucky to get it back here in a year from now. So.
Excellent. So when we're talking about blind golf, it's golf is a challenging sport at the best of times. I played a lot of golf, and some of my games are memorable, but for the wrong reason. I just want to know. We're talking about serious golfing here, right?
It is very serious. We're very competitive.
Yeah.
We can play,
Right.
and when we get out there on the course, we play hard. And
so part of your mission, Darren, is really to raise awareness of blind golf. And you and I were talking earlier that there may be a perception that if you have you suffer from visual impairment, golf would not be an option. But clearly it is, and you would like to get that message out to a lot of people, especially young people, and see if they can't get engaged in the sport. Is that correct?
absolutely, like I said, I've said it several times now. We can play. There's this thought process out there that, or you mentioned that you're involved in blind golf, and somebody says, "Blind golf? Really? Blind people golf?" Absolutely. Blind people, vision impaired or blind people are doing all sorts of sports every day, and blind golf is one of them. We can play, and we really want to see more ladies involved, more youth involved, and joining us with Blind Golf Canada. We have over close to 2 million people in Canada now that are dealing with vision loss. So we know there's golfers out there, people that want to try golf, whether it's competitively or recreational. We want them to come out and play.
So just tell me how many people are involved in the sport right now.
Well, in Canada, we have over 100 members and our coaches participating, and that's a small number with what you're...
So if there's 2 million people that are visually impaired and only 100 playing, it shows the potential that many more people could get involved in this sport.
Absolutely. They're out there. They might have golfed before, given it up, and don't know anything about blind golf, that it exists, or they might want to take it up. And again, whether it's competitively or recreationally, Blind Golf Canada, we're here, and we can play.
Right. So all the benefits of regular golf, getting out and enjoying the outdoors, being involved in a competitive sport, just doing something that you enjoy would apply to everyone, right?
Absolutely. It's a great, it's a lifelong sport that you can participate in at any age, any level. And those that are dealing with vision loss, like I went through my motions with depression when you find out you got an eye disease and all that. Well, golf just gives you a sense of purpose, self-worth, confidence building, and all that. And we had a young individual 2 years ago dealing with vision loss. He came out and joined us his very first round of golf and got a hole-in-one in our practice round, and he hasn't looked back, and he's involved and he's enjoying it.
Wow.
So
a great opportunity for young people. So Darren, if someone was interested in the organization, that's Blind Golf Canada, how could they get more information?
we have a website. Go to www.blindgolfcanada.ca, and all our information's there, and it explains how you can get involved and sign up as a member and go through the process. So.
Okay. So what's your relationship with Blind Golf Canada? You're on the executive, is that correct?
I've been on the executive since 2016, and I'm a vice president of administration, so I deal a lot with the membership components and marketing and all that.
Yeah, so you would obviously welcome more golfers to be involved in this aspect of the sport.
Absolutely, that's why I'm there. I want to create awareness and grow blind golf, and at the same time it's growing blind sports, because we're a part of that.
Right. Many youth may not have heard of this organization in the past, and it would sound to me like an ideal outlet for them to get involved in. Are you reaching out to schools or youth organizations to sort of maybe attract some of these potential members?
Absolutely, yes. We want to work through CNIB Foundation and our Canadian Council of the Blind, our school advisors and all that to try and create awareness and get them involved. So we got lots of work ahead of us, and this is why I'm here today to really promote it in British Columbia and what we're doing out here in the Kootenays this coming summer.
Right. So you allude to the fact that you've got an event coming up this summer, and so let's just talk about that. So early July, you've got an event happening based in Cranbrook. Let's just talk about what that involves and sort of how it's structured.
It involves a lot of work. No, we will be hosting.
And I hope some fun at the end as well.
Oh, we do have fun. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So let's talk about the event.
No, we have the ISPS Handa Canadian Open Championships. It's an international event, part of the International Blind Golf Association, and Dr. Handa, ISPS Handa. That will be held at Bootleg Gap for the first event, and that will be opened up with opening ceremonies and a charity scramble on the 7th prior to, and then the Mutual Fire Insurance Western Canadian Championships will be hosted at St. Eugene from the 10th to the 12th of July.
Okay, so early July you're going to be busy with this tournament. So this is a regional tournament, is it? Or?
This is an international
Okay.
Canadian and a Western Canadian.
Okay.
So open to all international golfers. So we'll have over 100 participants from all of Canada, the United States, and quite a few coming from abroad. So
Okay.
Yeah.
When I was looking at your background material, it listed a number of countries that you're anticipating golfers to arrive from. What countries do you think you'll see golfers from?
Well, I'm counting on somebody from Northern Ireland, a great lady golfer from there, and we'll have a few coming from England for sure. And I'm still waiting for registrations to come in, but we'll probably see some from Mexico or Spain, possibly Italy. There's quite a few yet to come in, so.
Right.
But we'll have a good cross section of golfers and all that.
So I have to think that that's a bit of a feather in the cap for golf in the Kootenays, in that they're able to host such a prestigious international event. With that said, it sounds like a lot of work, but it also probably entails some costs and need for sponsorship and so forth. Are you reaching out to the local community to help you host this event?
Yes, I'm presently just reaching out to local businesses and organizations to try and help out any way they can with any level of sponsorship. It is a big budget to host these two tournaments, week-long event, and but whatever we raise goes right back into the communities, and we're drawing in over 100 people that are going to be coming in prior to, staying later, vacationing, spending a lot of extra dollars in our communities. So
Right.
it's great exposure.
So we've got the golfer, we've got the coaches, and then we've got family and friends that may accompany these ones. So we're typically probably looking at 100 to 150 people. Is that correct?
Easily, yes.
Yeah,
And,
maybe even more.
Yes, you know.
And this is a week-long event, is it?
Yeah, it's from July 6th to the 12th, so we will be at it all week long and touring the area when we're not on the golf course. And all our golfers really love to get out and see wherever they're staying to check out the communities. So,
Right. So they probably want a flavor of what the Kootenays is all about as well.
exactly. And
So has Western Canada held this tournament in the past?
yes, we have in 2015, we held it in Creston.
Okay.
And we also had the ISPS Handa Vision Cup in Creston on 2017.
Okay.
And that's a Ryder Cup for the blind, which they will be in Austria this July following our tournaments for Team North America taking on the rest of the world. And we'll have a few golfers here that will be going there right after. So that's really exciting. And
So not only are you organizing all this and putting it together, Darren, but you're going to be playing as well, right?
I'm going to try and play, yes. My game isn't usually what it should be, but I try my best, and without taking away from all the work that we have to do. But we have a great group of volunteers that are coming, and from the community that are stepping up, and we'll be in great hands. So I'm hoping to delegate more and play a little bit better.
So when you talk about volunteers, does your group or organization tournament require some volunteers locally?
Yes.
So if someone was interested in helping out and volunteering, you'd be more than happy to sign them up?
Absolutely. There's on our website, there's a volunteer section and a form that they can fill out, and we will reach out to them. And there's all sorts of jobs that we can have people do, and one is being hole spotters, and they can go out there and they get to really experience and see what the blind golf aspect is really about. And those that have done it in the past are just floored by what they witness from our golfers, and then they want to step back up whenever it comes back around again. So, and you have some Lions members with Cranbrook that are again stepping up, because we were back out here. Our first time out here was in 2019 with these two tournaments, and Cranbrook Lions Club were instrumental, and we had a gentleman, he acted as a coach for one of our players, and so there is a lot of volunteer support required.
Great opportunity for local individuals to get involved in the sport and also support this initiative as well. So let's encourage people to go onto the website and register as a volunteer.
Exactly.
So let's just talk about the two courses. You're playing at St. Eugene and at Bootleg Gap.
Correct.
You've played both of those courses yourself in the past?
I played them several times, and they're two of my favorite courses out here, but they're all really nice. So that's kind of why I take great pride in showcasing our Kootenays and our courses and our communities, because we're spoiled out here. It's awesome out here, so want to share it with them, with our visitors, and at the same time I want to share blind golf with our communities and our locals, and I want them to see what it's all about. So if they can come out to the charity scramble, and they have an opportunity to come out and play with us in a group with somebody dealing with vision loss or blindness, and they can see it firsthand for themselves.
So that precedes the actual tournament, right? So if somebody wanted to play along with one of your blind golfers, they could sign up and be part of a foursome or whatever, and play the course in that set at Bootleg?
At Bootleg Gap, yeah. That'll be Sunday, July 7th, and there'll be opening ceremonies to kick off the entire week, and then the Blind Golf Canada charity scramble. So we're hoping to get a lot of locals to come out and play in that, and again experience what blind golf is all about.
So you talked about sponsorship. What kind of sponsorship could community organizations or businesses anticipate if they were to get involved in or want to reach out and help the organization? What could they sponsor?
They can sponsor a hole, or there's several tiers of sponsorship that we've shared. They can also donations in kind, whatever they want to give in product, snacks or so forth. And I'll have a shout out to Selkirk Beverages already. They are a great sponsor in the past, and again this year they will provide us with a lot of bottled water, which we'll need in July. So yeah, just anything like that, it all helps. So
right. So typically, how many games of golf do you play in a season?
Usually around 60, and that's with all my travels, and then fortunate enough to be a member at the Creston Golf Club, so get to play with a lot of sighted buddies all the time, and so get a lot of golf in.
Right. And is that typical within the organization? If you're a member, you are pretty avid when it comes to golfing?
There's a lot are, and there are some. This is their tournament of the year. This is their holiday, and their one opportunity to get involved. A lot of our golfers are on fixed incomes, and this is their one time of the year where they can get out. So that's why Blind Golf Canada really wants to grow, and we want to fund the organization so we can help out individuals like this to get out and experience the game.
Sure. So do you have any support from any level of government that helps you out? Or?
This year for British Columbia, we're fortunate Via Sport, province of BC, are sponsoring us. And I've reached out to the latest one, which is the BC Events grant, and I'm awaiting to hear about that in April. So,
Okay.
but yeah, there's more that can be done, but Rome wasn't built in a day, and all that.
So you really continue to build awareness and get the word out about the organization and the opportunity. So, you know, I think the thing that we want to remember as well is we don't want to discount the tourism potential of your organization as well, because as you mentioned, you're attracting an international audience, and these golfers are coming from all over the world. And so our local visitor centers, our local tourist entities and so forth, they could play a role in this as well, could they not?
Absolutely. The more they spread the word with their members and so forth, it all helps us and will benefit them as well. So.
Sure. So I know you're working with the 2 golf courses. What is the general reaction that you get from all the golf courses? Are they fairly supportive of what's going on?
Well, the 2 courses we're at are very supportive. They stepped up in 2019, and they're doing so again. It's a challenge for us to retain golf courses for our events. So those that step up, we are so happy and grateful, and they've seen firsthand what it is about, and that's why they took us on again, and are anxious and very supportive to have us out there again.
Right. So
Yeah.
how long has Blind Golf Canada been around?
Blind Golf Canada itself became a non-profit organization in 2013, so we're just starting our 2nd decade of excellence, and we have had a great 10 years already, and we're really striving to grow it more, and so with the awareness piece in particular. So
as one of on the executive of the organization, if you were to look a decade down the road, what would you like to see the organization, where would you like to see it at?
I would like to see us triple or quadruple our membership, and I want to see us be self-sustaining with corporate sponsorship, so we're able to function regularly and put on a lot more programming for our youth and our ladies, and just overall across Canada, to be able to provide the proper programming and opportunities for play, and whether it's recreational or competitive options for our membership.
So, you know, we've talked about high-level golf, but really someone could get involved on a recreational level and just for the enjoyment of the sport. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, we don't want to portray it's all competition. There is a very large component where there's people that want to be more recreational. Ontario Blind Golf is a prime example of that. They're one organization, they have about 10 or 12 of their own events within Ontario, and the majority of their membership are all recreational. And they come out and have a great time, and Blind Golf Canada is that way too. So.
Right. So do you offer like lessons or an introduction to the sport for those that may be interested?
That's our goal. We've been trying to, of course, COVID reared its ugly head here when we were trying to establish junior programming and all that. And that's where we really wanted to start growing. And unfortunately, we weren't able to at the time. So with a relationship with Golf Canada and other partners, we hope we can get more programming and develop these clinics and lessons and all that. So.
And that would go a long ways attracting people to the sport and introducing them and maybe literally giving them a new opportunity to sort of be involved in something that they couldn't imagine themselves doing in the past.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I said, people don't know we exist, and we are playing, and they can play too, and just getting the word out. And Again, that's what I really want to do in the next couple months when I'm out here visiting the golf courses, is spreading the word and showing that blind golf exists, and they can take me on and see if they can beat me or whatever. So,
So you sound like you're a competitive golfer. So, you know, that spirit is sort of one that you know, ready to take on a challenge.
absolutely. And I say that when I play with a lot of sighted golfers, and you know that they're scared to play with you when they're lying to you all the time and telling you that your ball's in the bushes when you hit it right down the middle. And
Yeah.
so
It makes for an interesting round.
it does, yes. You never know what you're going to get from your foursome. So
Yeah. So before we wrap up, let's go back and recap the event that's coming up. So give me the dates again.
July 6th to the 12th, and we will be at Bootleg Gap in Kimberley for the ISPS Handa Canadian Championships from July 8th to 9th, with the practice round and the opening ceremonies on Sunday, July 7th. Then the Mutual Fire Insurance Western Canadian Championships will be at St. Eugene Golf Resort from the 10th of July to the 12th.
Right. And you're anticipating somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 to 150 participants, including family and friends. So it's going to be an international event.
Absolutely.
And the caliber of golf sounds like it's going to be pretty good.
It's going to be intense.
Yeah. And you're participating yourself, but you're doing a lot of groundwork right now. You're looking for sponsorship. You're reaching out to the community and really asking them to be involved in the event as well. So we wish you success in doing that. Any sort of parting message that you would like to share with our viewers about Blind Golf Canada and the opportunity it offers?
I just want to reiterate that you can play, we are playing, and you can do anything that you put your mind to. It's about ability over disability. And when we have these tournaments, they're not disabled tournaments. They're all ability, and we all have abilities, and we can showcase them, whether it's in blind golf or any other sports, because BC Blind Sports has endless amounts of sports, competitively, recreationally. You can do anything you want. So,
Right.
But blind golf exists. We're out there. Please check out blindgolfcanada.ca. You can get a lot more information. We really want people to be aware. We want them to be involved, whether they're the golfer, the volunteer, or a sponsor. We're out there, and we look forward to having more come on board.
So I get the impression that it's competitive, but bottom line, it's a lot of fun as well.
It is. We all go out and compete, and then when the round's over, we have a lot of fun. We're basically a blind golf family. We all look forward to getting together with our international or our American friends, and it's something we all cherish and look forward to every year. And like I said, we got some that this is their only time to really come out, so we want to make it a great time for them and memorable, and give them the opportunities to play. So
Great. Well, thanks, Darren. Really appreciate you being our guest today.
Thank you, Keith.
Darren Douma, based out of Creston, an executive with the Western chapter of Blind Golf Canada. Looking forward to the upcoming tournament, and thank you for sharing that information with us, and we wish you success in the coming months as it leads up to this tournament.
thank you very much.
Thank you for being our guest, Darren. We appreciate that. My name is Keith Powell, and this has been One on One with Darren Douma.